Welcome back. This is the AFCON Daily Show on Citi TV. The gang is still here with me, Susu Graham, Daniel Cranting, and Fentu Tahiru. Guys, let's zoom in on the focus of the day. Of course, all the other things are parts, but today's the first time we're actually looking at a main topic apart from the football. Why have there been so many penalty misses in this AFCON?
What do the numbers say? Here you go.
I mean, Tunisia 3. Tunisia, they have the record of missing penalties. Guinea-Bissau, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, Algeria, Morocco, and Burkina Faso have all missed. And this is in regular time, in open play.
How many of them have been awarded?
19.
And how many misses now?
9. This is 9.
So that's 47%. Yeah.
The Tunisian numbers still fascinate. How is it that one team has missed 3 penalties?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
At least a penalty every game, apart from the Nigeria games too. Or
maybe they 3 different kickers. At least I saw Wabi Kazri miss 1.
Sakni also missed.
Sakni missed in their last game. I think it was the second game when they
Kazri didn't play the last game because he had COVID.
You know,
it was a game against Mauritania.
Mauritania, yes.
Penalties. It was 2 different kickers.
His legs in the way, and then he saves it. So for that, I can't blame the kicker. Here's Wabi Kazri against Mali. Again, another good goalkeeping. But then again, the ball is probably too close to the goalkeeper.
Yes.
If you're going to go to the side, it has to be closer to the pole. And this one was closer to the pole.
Probably too close.
Probably too close to the pole, and then it hits the pole. This, I honestly don't think it's the problem with the kickers. This is ambitious. It's almost Jan-like. He sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. He's looking for the roof, but this is a poor kick.
Why are you not crediting the goalkeeper for that save?
I mean, because I have never seen a penalty score.
The positioning you play, you have to go for the corners. That's not close enough to the corners.
This is another poor kick. This is not great goalkeeping. I mean, the keeper has to dive right, but this is a poor kick. We know him, and we know how capable he is when it comes to taking penalties. That, for me, was a poor one because he doesn't give the goalkeeper too much work to do. And the ball is almost too close to the goalkeeper, and when it happens like that, it's more likely than not, the goalkeeper is going to save that. I think the perfect penalty, it has to be as far away from the goalkeeper as possible. Mm-hmm. It has to have height. If you're keeping it down, then you better be on target because the likelihood of that flying past the post and going out is very high. But any penalty, in my opinion, that does not go above, I think, the waist length of the goalkeeper is a poor one. And more likely than not, they're going to save that, especially there's not enough power in it to be able to get past the goalkeeper before he gets there.
Okay, Daniel, your thoughts, your general thoughts on the misses we've seen so far?
I think it's a mixture, a combination of different factors. Some poor kicks. I think most of the penalties that have been saved by the goalkeepers has been good goalkeeping. They've guessed right. They've been very agile in their displays. It's been. I think I'll credit the goalkeepers for that. We've seen a couple of shots hit the post. We saw yesterday Bertrand Traoré hit the post. Sakni against Mauritania hit the post. For Bertrand Traoré's own, it's one of those penalties that when they go in, you call it a perfect penalty. If he hits the bar, he doesn't make it, then you criticize the taker. But you understand the thinking behind the penalty. He was going for an angle, trying to get it far away from the goalkeeper as possible. But honestly, when I look at how some of the kicks have varied, different styles, different ways they have missed the target, I just think it's coincidence. Honestly, I just If you see, if it was one team, for like Tunisia, you can tell that 3 different misses, 3 different takers. You can tell that this team hasn't necessarily practiced. They don't necessarily have the balls for penalties, because if you're in the opening game, if your captain takes and he misses, he's the captain. People miss. In the second game, he should be taking it again. But the fact that they changed, Sakni missed, and then they changed again after Sakni, and it wasn't Kazri coming back to take the third game. It just shows that they don't necessarily have a plan. But aside that, when you look at the rest of the teams and how the penalties have been missed, bar the Sierra Leone miss, I think his body language, everybody knew where he was going to put the ball. He was a bit too close to the ball. He had shown himself and shown the goalkeeper where he was going to take it. The height too was perfect for the goalkeeper. Aside that, I think he's been great keeping and hard just for me.
Okay, interesting. So I don't know what you. Well, okay, thanks. Before I get to Sushi,
I'm just saying that it's actually kind of funny because I thought, especially with the new rule on goalkeeping movement, the fact that you have to have one leg in the pose at all time, or on the line, at all times, they should be scoring more. That should be in favor of the kickers, because then that means that the angle will continue to remain as wide as possible until you actually kick the ball. So I don't know what exactly is going on, and that's probably why the goalkeepers deserve a bit more credit. But at the same time, I think I want to say that when
the kicks have been poor.
Some of them, no. The goalkeepers we went through them. Some of them great goalkeepers. Some of them just poor kicking. It's like Frank Kessie's one. I can't see what the excuse that is. Or yesterday, what is his name? One of the Gabonese did a John Mensah. You can't go and stand in front of the ball, hold your waist, and expect to score. And then he blasted it over the bar. I think we all knew he was going to miss when we were watching the game. But talking about
it, Susu, just a second. Of all the misses in the shootout, it was the last Gabonese miss that fascinated me. The one that hit the post. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Frankly speaking, I think it was a super penalty. And it was one of those penalties.
Of course, I get it. If you get it right,
it reminds me of Asamoah Gyan's penalty kick, Ghana-Uruguay, the first
the one he scored. The one he missed.
No, the one he scored. Straight after the miss, he took the first one, took it to that angle. Yeah. It's that sort of penalty where the keeper can't touch it if you get it right. And it was, if you look at the accuracy, it was literally inches, because it hit the underside of the bar. That's it. Underside of the bar and came out of the
more like on the angle, Daniel. It looks like it's the angle
for perfection.
Yeah,
there.
so honestly, it's one of those things. It's
this kick, for example, the goalkeeper gets the position, the side, he's saving it. That is a poor kick.
It was a poor kick, but I think that Amanda must have given up.
I'm just saying that the quality of the kick itself, not necessarily. You see, I'm not a fan of kicking penalties. I mean, the goalkeeper dives the right way, he saves it. I want my penalty kick taken like Frank Lampard. You have no chance.
Susu.
I'll say this. There's two types of ways to score a good penalty. Put it where the keeper can't catch it, or trick the keeper into diving the wrong way. So they're making sure the keeper doesn't catch it. I'll call it the Mas Letizier method, because he scored 46 out of 47 Premier League penalties. So Letizier says he always aims for the top corner. Why? There's no way the keeper is catching it if you get it right, which is why 46 out of 47, great record. Then the other method is the Beppe Signori, who scored 44 out of 52 penalties in Syria. Signori actually didn't take a run-up, so he used to do a John Mensah. So I just have to disagree with Fent a bit on that. It's an effective penalty taking technique if you know what you're doing. So Signori's technique is he watched the keeper's knees. So if the keeper's knee bends, it means that he's putting his weight on that side to dive this way. So if he puts on the other side, the keeper can't adjust his weight to get to the other side. So depending on the type of penalty you want to take, I think these are the two things players should look out for. If you know you are going to run, you're not trying to trick the keeper. Go for the top corner. Worst case scenario, bottom corner, because you have to put it where even if he dives and it's too fast for him, he won't catch it. If you know you are going to do a slow run up like a Jorginho, Beppe Signori, even Frank Kessie, you have to make sure you are watching the keeper's movements well, and you take advantage of his. Because even Balotelli, when he used to score a lot of penalties, it was very similar. He was taking advantage of the keeper diving, because if you're a keeper, to get to the ball, you have to dive before it's kicked. There's no way you are going to, unless a very slow penalty, there's no way that you're going to get it after
the ball is being
exactly kicked. So I think both players need to pay attention to these little things, because Beppe Signori was actually called to teach Neymar penalties while he was at Barcelona.
Interesting.
He missed a few, so they called him as a consultant, because he's been banned for football for life for betting issues. But
it's like like you mentioned, I think the people that take the ones with the slow run up, Eden Hazard, Balotelli, Jorginho,
of course, they kind of
Frank Kessie.
Yes, Frank Kessie himself.
Season, actually.
And these penalties are so effective, so much so that it's now Jorginho has now set a trend. Ask Justice Blay. But it makes it look easy, but it's not.
It's a very complicated.
It is very difficult technique.
I think it's a rhythm penalty, and you have to time yourself for 1, 2 leap, and because I think if you get anything wrong,
it's based on the goalkeeper's movement. So
So it's goalkeeper dependent,
Goalkeeper
not a
dependent.
kicker dependent.
And that's the thing,
Lampard
so
style is kicker
If the
dependent.
keeper doesn't move, then you are hot.
Then
And
you are
that's
hot.
what we saw. Frank Kessie, he kept it. He was looking at the Sierra Leone goalkeeper who wasn't moving. So they have sort of a default side that they hit it when the goalkeeper is not moving. And
More like Cristiano.
more like Cristiano. You can tell that the goalkeeper knew exactly where he was going to put it, and he saved it. But I still maintain these things. Per what we've seen so far, I don't think there's a clear-cut problem.
There's no trend.
There's no
There's
trend.
no trend.
Yeah,
We
it's-
can't-
it differs.
But,
and I just
guys,
think
now with Tunisia leading the charts in terms of 3 kicks, does it tell us anything that on the day Tunisia gets into a shootout, for example, if you are the opposition
Yeah, they'll
and
go
you
out.
get this record, does it tell us anything about the
They'll go
Tunisians?
out.
Yeah, it's playing in your mind, especially all those that missed.
yeah.
Because
and I'm saying that
It's
fact that
psychological.
the fact that they've changed.
Kickers.
It just shows you that they don't necessarily have, because trust me, if Cote d'Ivoire get another penalty,
Kessie will play.
Kessie is obviously going to take it, and that's a team that knows and trusts their penalty taker. But for Tunisia, once Wabi Kazu is like the penalty guy, he's missed. Okay, fine, but he's on the pitch for the next game. A penalty happens.
He'll play.
He takes it. If he doesn't take it, there's a next one after Insakni has missed. He should take it, and he didn't take it still. So that's 3 in a row, 3 different kickers. So now who are you going to trust when the 4th one comes around?
All right, we'll see how teams will fare. As we are in the round of 16, we'll be seeing potentially a lot more of the penalty shootouts, and we'll try and distill more of the stories from that one. But so far, Burkina Faso giving us a lovely time in terms of the shootout. Like I said, it was drama, and more drama as they took on Gabon in that sequence there in terms of the penalty shootout. I think we'll take a very quick break. When we come back, we look ahead to games for today. Gambia versus Guinea and Cameroon versus Comoros. That's the game I'm waiting for because of the context. And I'll tell you the context right after this short break. This is the AFCON Daily Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.